conservative media viewers what's going on. I've got a very special treat here. Byron York of the Examiner, and I'm sure you've seen him on Fox News and a lot of other places, is here. We're at Presidency 5. Mr. York, what did you think of this debate?
I thought it was a good debate. One thing that I thought was really interesting, everybody looked at this as another Romney-Perry showdown. And it was to that extent. But Rick Santorum did a very good job tonight.
You're a Rick Santorum fan. I've been hearing this from some people.
And Newt Gingrich did a very good job tonight. And just because the two leaders are in the debate and just because they go at each other doesn't mean that one of them actually won the whole debate.
Okay.
So my feeling is you almost have to score this in two ways.
Okay.
Who won the debate?
Right.
And my guess would be Santorum or Gingrich, who's best performance. And then who won the Rick Perry, Mitt Romney undercard?
Got you.
And so I think that those are two different stories. You know, on Romney and Perry, I kind of felt like they almost tied.
Yeah, that's what I thought. That's exactly what I thought.
Well, we agree. It was interesting. There's been a sense in the past few days that Perry's losing a little altitude.
Yeah.
He's plateaued or he's going down in some polls. And there was just, and maybe it was just among political insiders, but there was this sense that he was struggling a little bit. He comes out, his first debate at the Reagan Library, does a good job, gets pretty good reviews. Next debate, I mean, not that he doesn't, knock everybody out, but he does pretty well. Next debate in Tampa, he doesn't do so great. So I think there was a view going in, okay, first debate good, next debate not so good. This third debate's going to kind of determine, is he on the way up or is he on the way down? And now you have to kind of think he's level. So, one of the things I do, I mean, we're talking right after the debate, and I go back to my hotel room and I kind of think about what I just saw. And I look over, try to get as much of a transcript as I can, and just try to think about what the story is. So I may change my mind on some of these things.
Do you feel like Herman Cain is starting to get a little bit more traction?
No. I think Herman Cain he's very popular.
Yes.
And he was very popular in that room, you could tell. Yes. I went to the Faith and Freedom forum today. He was clearly the most popular speaker there.
He killed it.
I don't think he's probably picking up more support, but it was another, as a matter of fact, if you looked at all of Cain's performances starting in May in Greenville, because he's been in all of them, he's done a good job in all his campaigns. Where Cain has stumbled, he's stumbled, on Fox News Sunday. He stumbled on that Palestinian right of return thing, and there was another stumble I can't remember. They haven't been in debates. He's been pretty good in each of them.
Do you feel like he is someone that might be picked as a vice presidential candidate if someone like Senator Marco Rubio doesn't want to do it, or how do you look at all that?
They all say it's way too early to think about such a thing. And I'm taking them at their word. I haven't been thinking about it too. It's interesting when you look at these guys, fighting each other on the debate stage, and then think one of them may ask the other one to be his running mate. I mean, it's just the way things work. I mean, Tim Pawlenty was fighting tooth and nail, and then all of a sudden he's endorsing Mitt Romney. So where is that coming from?
Congresswoman Bachmann, is she just out of the main running now? I mean, she kind of seemed to have a couple little stumbles tonight, in my personal opinion. What do you make of where Congresswoman Bachmann is now after tonight?
I hate to be so conventional on all of these things, but she also has lost quite a bit of altitude from Ames. And a little bit of it is self-inflicted, because at that last debate in Tampa, she really knocked Governor Perry to the canvas on that whole virus thing, the HPV story. And then she did step on it the next day with the whole retardation thing. I thought she had an opportunity when she was asked this question. The question for her tonight was just teed up, like, do you really think this? And I was thinking to myself at the time, before she opened her mouth, what would be wrong in saying, I got that one wrong. I got that one wrong, and if I had to say over again, I wouldn't say it over again. And everything I said about what Governor Perry did, I disagree with the way he did it. I disagree with the way he forced people to do it. I disagree with him using an executive order. But as far as what I said about mental retardation and the effects of this particular drug, I had it wrong, and I fixed it.
Now, looking at Washington and the economy and President Obama, do you have a theory on this presidency now and this president? What do you think his overall governing philosophy is? And what do you think he's going to implement as his campaign strategy?
Well, I think he's done about all he's going to do for this term. I mean, he had big majorities in Congress for the first half of his term, and that's where he's accomplished his big stuff. So, we've heard all this about Democratic unhappiness with Obama, and you look at Obamacare. You look at the stimulus. You look at financial regulation. You look at a lot of pro-union rules that he has made. You look at 2 very liberal Supreme Court justices. If you're a Democrat, instead of kvetching about Barack Obama,
really happy.
you think, man, he's done a lot. I think from a Democratic perspective, it's certainly the most consequential administration since the Great Society. So in one sense, I can't understand why they're unhappy about him. On the other hand, that's his record, and that's what Republicans are going to run against. It's what he did. It's what he devoted his time to. He really did devote a year to passing Obamacare at a time when Americans were overwhelmingly concerned about jobs and the economy. And so that'll be what they fight over in 2012.
Amazing. Now, the Examiner, you guys are doing some amazing things. You're getting a lot of buzz out there. What's going on with the Examiner, and how can people learn more about you and the paper?
Well, the big thing that we have done lately is we have got a new all politics website, the Campaign 2012. So just go to WashingtonExaminer.com. There's a Campaign 2012. Everything that I write, I just don't end up writing about science. I don't end up, writing about literature. Everything I write's about politics, and it's all there. Michael Barone is there, and Tim Carney, David Ferdoso, Phil Klein, just a lot of really, really good writers, and a lot of stuff about politics.
Thank you so much.
All right.
Byron York, The Examiner.
Enjoyed it. Thank you.